What's up? I'm Vin, and today I want to take a look at my worst game of the week. So let's take a look at the match and see what we can learn from my mistakes. So I was playing as black, and we started out with a normal game here. We have e4, c5, Sicilian Defense. And my opponent plays a3, the Mengarini variation. So right away, I'm thrown a little bit off my game, but I just make a normal move here, d6. Engine says this is one of the best moves I can make. But then they play b4, and my mind shifts to worrying about them capturing me on c5 and then threatening my d6 pawn and just ruining my control of the center. So I make my first mistake here of bringing my queen out to b6. It's a good move according to the engine, but in the grand scheme of things, this is a bad move for me. So they just develop as normal here. They bring their knight out to f3. I capture them to remove the threat. They capture me back, and then this is where I get a little greedy. I take that pawn, I go up one, but now my queen is in the center of the board, not defended, and they could just continue with their development. So they develop their knight to c3, and I ignore this threat on the queen side, and I bring my knight out to f6. And then this is where things get really painful for me. They bring their bishop down to b5, checking my king. I block with my light square bishop, and now rook to a4. So now my whole game plan is shifting to, all right, don't lose your queen. So I hide my queen on c5. The rook follows me to c4. And I'm looking all around the board, and I see, oh, there's my safe square, h5. And this is game over. Here comes the fatal move. We have rook to c8 checkmate. I completely ignored the idea that their light square bishop was pinning my light square bishop. So I can't recapture them here, and it's game over. So this was beautiful play by my opponent. They played 99.4% accurate. I played 7.8% accurate, so not my greatest moment, but there is a lot to be learned from this match. So let's rewind back to my first really bad move, bringing the queen out here on b6. What if instead I had brought my knight out on f6? Then everything that I was afraid of, them capturing me here, is no longer that big of a deal. Because if they capture me here on c5, that's actually a mistake according to the engine. I would just move my knight up here to e4, capturing their pawn. And then if they continue with capturing me here, that's fine. I could ignore this and just bring my knight out. Because if they get greedy and they go for one more capture, this is actually a huge blunder. Because now I could bring my queen out, capturing the pawn back, and now I'm in line with their king. So they have three major options here. Their worst option is to bring their queen out to protect their king, which when someone's in trouble, I mean, you never know like what bad move they're going to make. But then all I have to do is bring my knight up to d4, and now they are in all sorts of trouble. The engine says this is their best option, is bringing their queen out of the way, and then I just throw a check in here, a discovered check while attacking their queen. Their best option is to block, and then I could capture them with the knight. So, they lose their queen. I could bring my bishop out here, start attacking them on c2, but I'm up 5 here, and this is just a really bad spot for white. Black should win as long as, no blunders from this point on. But now we also continue this what if. What if instead that they block with the knight? So this is a good move. This is not their best option. All I have to do now is threaten checkmate here, taking their f2 pawn. So they have to block checkmate. Now when they block checkmate, that's goodbye rook. So their rook is gone. They capture me here. I capture their knight. And now I'm up 4. Once again, as long as I play some really tight chess from this point on, I should be winning this game. But now the last option, okay, their best option, I rewinded a little bit too far. Let's see. So if instead they had blocked with their bishop, this is the move that they should have gone with. Then what we have here is they're going to block with their g2 pawn on g3. I just swing it back here, my queen, swinging back to f6, still threatening checkmate. And now they're going to block with their light square bishop, and then I just go ahead and take again. They capture me back, then I capture. And once again, I'm up 4, and as long as I play really tight chess from this point on, this should be okay for me. All right, I hope you all enjoyed my analysis of my worst game of the week. I'm hoping that you're all a little bit more prepared to dealing with this Mengarini variation. Let me know what you think in the comments section below, and thanks for watching.